Hey all, Jason here, and I dressed up a little bit for you today because I want to present a business opportunity to you. Hey, I was just a guy, like so many other people, working a job for someone else, getting paid way too little to do way too much work. And because of that, I was working too many hours and I ruined every relationship I ever had. Traveled all around the country. For a long time, I was like a sailor. I kind of had a girl in every port, but then when you would go home, nobody was there. So, kind of a crappy way to live. I found this Beachbody opportunity and I started doing it because I always had a passion for fitness myself, but I wasn't going to quit a $100,000 a year job to go be a $30,000 a year trainer. Well, I started doing this, and I'm like, this is cool. I didn't even know you made money. So I started doing it. I'm like, man, this is really cool. I'd love to do this as a career. Well, sure enough, 2 or 3 years later, after I started doing this, it became a career. And I'm like, oh my God, it's like an answer to my dreams. So since then, right, I've been doing this business for 9 years. Now, a lot of people are motivated by money and success. So yeah, I've been on like 10 different paid trips from the company. I've made close to $3 million now. I've built a team of 67,000 people just because I was able to find and share this passion with about 200 other people. 200 became 67,000. So along the way, like a lot of those 200 people and a lot of the 67,000 people have always reached out to me for help. Like, Jason, what did you do? How do I do it? I want to make this work, but what do I got to do? And a lot of times it's like, I just, my path almost is not duplicatable. Like I was married and got divorced and quit a job and worked off savings and toured every event in the country and got on an infomercial and then lost a job again and then had to get another job and then finally made things work and then dated, a celebrity. It was crazy. Like you can't well, it'd be super hard to duplicate my progress. But the truth is that's not the way. And now, 9 years later, we totally have a system to do this. So I'm super excited for you. I've teamed up with a group of 10 other leaders. We've got a founder in this group. We've got other top 10 successful people. We've got probably combined 20 times elite group. Some successful women, some successful men, builders of big businesses, builders, crazy rank and rollers, crazy volume builders. It's really whatever you could want. One of the coaches went on one of the top 10 trips to France. So it's like we've got a little bit of everything in this group. So if you've ever reached out to me and said, Jason, like I'm interested in getting some tips, well, now's the time. Like we've put this together in a condensed format to teach you exactly what you need to get to that big promotion level that everybody's talking about, diamond. So now who is eligible for this group, right? Is it only people that aren't diamond yet? Well, yes, like we're not doing this particular group for people that are above diamond because you've already gotten this technique. But here's the thing. Were you ever diamond before and fell out and want to get back? Now there's a way for you to do this group too. Anybody else who's never been diamond before, starting with a brand new coach that signs up today, can do this group as well. So how does this group work? All right, every week we're going to have 2 or 3 different leaders give you different topics that you need to be focused on. We're going to check in and see your results through the week and through the whole group. And while this group goes on, the people that actually advance to diamond, which means that you find about 6 other people that want to do this with you and you get them involved in it, you start them on a great path to fitness and financial success, and then you get to the diamond advancement. Now when you do that, you get an award that comes from all the pool of people that have been doing this group with you right alongside of you. So you're not necessarily competing with one another, you're competing against yourself to see if you can do all the necessary tasks that we're going to tell you about in this group. And if you do it at the right level with the right mechanism and with enough success, you're going to win a pool of the pot. So what is the pot, right? Well, what happens is we have everybody contribute a small amount of money. It's like $20, I think, to get in the group. And then once you've paid your $20, and that goes into a big pool of money. What we're going to do here is everybody that gets into the group now, as soon as you achieve your diamond level, you get your fair share of that pot. So say you do the group, right? You go all the way through the group, you do all the trainings, and you build a better business because of it. Say you don't get to that diamond level. Well, the only thing that you lost was $20. Now let's do it the other way, right? So you're in the group, you do all the necessary tests that all these top coaches are telling you to do. Lo and behold, through doing this group, you add a few extra people that you need to get your business to diamond, and boom, you're going to get your share of pot. Well, what is the typical share of the pot? The typical share of pot, what I've heard from these groups, and these coaches have done this before. You know, I'm lucky to be invited and to be part of this group, but the typical share of the pot is about $500. Shh, don't tell everybody. It's about $500 if you just make your business successful. And like I say, let's go back to the bad case scenarios. Like, you do everything, you build a great business, and you don't get to diamond. Oh well, cost you $20 and you build a great business. Let's do it the other way, though. You do everything that we tell you, the successful thing that other successful coaches are doing. You build a great diamond business, and you win $500-ish. You know, I can't quote you on exactly how much it's going to be because it depends on who gets in the pot. But from what we've seen over the last couple groups, that's what happens. So these groups are successful. They've been done by every other the top coach in the business. And I'm going to be taking all the training that we get and rolling that into the training that we're going to be doing for the Fit Union. Now that's a few months off though, right? Because I'm going to take all the trainings from here, combine it into our team page, and combine that into a set training method that's going to help people get to diamond. But if you want to get the jump ahead of that training and do it now live with probably close to 100 other people, how cool will it be to have fun building your business with not only my top tricks, right? Like, I'm old news. Everybody knows what I say. It's all over the internet. Just search for Puckhead, Emerald Talk, or Jason Diebel leadership speech. You'll see what I have to teach, right? It's kind of the same thing from me. But I'm going to add the same thing that I've always said to my groups to all these other crossline teams. And then all the other crossline team top coaches is going to share their best things to all the people in our group and the other teams. And in doing that, we're sharing the knowledge and the wealth, literally. So the real question is, are you serious about building this business? This is your opportunity. Have you been sitting on the fence like, I just need something to push me in? Well, let this be your push. Let this be your shove. It's coincidentally really cool because now this lines up with the Team Beachbody Challenge, Cup Challenge for February. So if you're already in a Team Beachbody Cup, awesome. While you're building the business, not only do you have a chance to win your diamond prize, but you're also going to have a chance to get all the neat tier prizes that come along with the Team Beachbody Cup. What are all the things that you say to yourself that has prevented success in the past, right? Because, you know, I go back to one of the analogies I think I heard in How to Win Friends and Influence People, right? And it's like this. It's like, we all know the things that lead to failure, right? So if I mention those in my life, it's wasting too much time in entertainment. It's not waking up early enough. It's not watching my diet, right? These are the 3 bridges that I have that lead to my failures. Well, if I just get an alarm clock that wakes me up early every day, if I do my diet ahead of time and put everything into my fit day before I or my fitness pal before I eat it, if I just cut off the cable, now the bridges that would lead to success are now gone. And when the bridges that lead to failure excuse me there, a little scratchy in my throat. But if you burn down these bridges that lead to your failure points, then all you're left with is an island of success. So really, that's what we're going to be doing for you, is we're going to identify the tasks that you need to get there, and it's up to you to burn down these bridges that are going to keep leading to your failure. I don't know what it is you've been telling yourself about why this business isn't for you, or why you don't deserve more health in your life and more wealth. And actually, the coolest thing about this is the philanthropic is being a philanthropist and helping other people with their goals. Like, you know, at some point, like, you've got all the money in the world, you've got all the health in the world, but like, how cool would it be is if you can just help other people with one of their top goals, which always has something to do with health, fitness, and or wealth and income. So it's a great opportunity for anybody out there. You know, if you've ever been on the fence about this before, I think now is your time. I've never had this in more complete, neat, tidy training package than we have here. And you're going to be learning from 11 other coaches why we do it. So reach out to me, click the link on this video. I'm going to have to collect the entrance fee for you. It's my job to collect the entrance fee from all the people that I bring into the group and everybody else. We're going to put this all in a big pot. And then a month, two down the road, when you hit your goal, ka-ching. I mean, so many. This thing that just went on was this big $10 billion lottery thing. Don't get me wrong. Like, I bought a ticket, right? The first ticket is always the most that gives you the most chance, because you go from zero to some little teeny tiny chance. So that first ticket is always the most successful. I bought a ticket, right? But don't get me wrong, like, I'm not counting on that to build my wealth and fortunes. And for $20 here, which is the price of, 10 or 20 lottery tickets that you're going to get next month anyway, when the jackpot's high enough, you've got your chance maybe not to get an instant jackpot, but to build a business starting from scratch for $20 that's going to lead to a lifetime of wealth. So really, when you think about what happens with these lottery winners, right? It's like people come out of the woodwork, all these friends, people need surgeries, they want donations and money. All these lottery and winners end up broke. But if you take these set steps and build this business the right way, then you can have long-term wealth that can turn into not only a better lifestyle for you, but a better legacy for your family and your children. So think about that. If you've ever been on the fence, now is your time. Reach out to me now. Just say, Jason, I'm in. I want to build a better life, which really what it comes down to. And with just that glimmer of hope, because you've seen other people do it, you've seen these leaders that have done it several other times over. Now give me your faith. Get involved in the group, and let's work together to make the business and the lifestyle that you want. Now's the time.